Do you dream of creating magnificent artwork? How about being handsomely rewarded for it? Well, you're gonna learn how to do both. Welcome back to the Art Mentor. My name is Sean, and you're gonna learn how to triple your art pricing through 2 artists that submitted their commissions to me for help and advice so that you can learn about it too. So make sure that you watch this video all the way through and take some notes because it's gonna be so worth it. All right, y'all, first one we're gonna take a look at today is Patezart. Go ahead and give them a like and follow on social media. I know that they'll appreciate that. You've been taking commissions for about 15 months now, and you've got 19 commissions off of just 6 clients. Yeah, boy, this is amazing, but there's also room to grow, and let's talk about that. On average, you're telling me you get about 1 per month, and your art pricing is respectable, which is very good. When I asked Patezart what do they need help with, they told me that they don't have a good marketing strategy and that they post that they're available for work and no clients show up. All right, Patezart, here's my primary advice for you. You are suffering from going fishing versus going to the fish market. And I'm gonna elaborate on what this means. Y'all pay attention because this is gonna be, for some of you, your next level. So check this out. All right, so first off, Patezart, this image with this cave troll battle scene, this is stellar. Like, you've got some really great fundamentals. So if you want to increase your pricing and nab more clients and more attention, here's what you need. You need flair. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to point out the fact that you suffer from what I call pudding rocks. And I see this a lot with backgrounds. So when I look at these foreground and middle ground areas, everything's just kind of blending together. So I do want to adjust that. Now, what we want to do is you always want to introduce a lot more texture and complexity to any forms that are closest to us. This is natural because your eye is going to focus on that first. So for me, I would either use a lot more custom brushes into this or I would also photo bash. I'm going to see which one works best for me, and this is the overall result I come to on it. So we're starting to look a little bit better, right? Now, the next thing is that you always want to increase your values, because as I take a look at your characters from your foreground to your foreground middle ground to your middle ground, they're pretty much all the same. So we want to adjust that too. So one way, easy way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to use a levels adjustment layer. Now, if you're not using Photoshop, every program pretty much has something like this. I just don't know what it's called, sorry. But you want to make sure that you darken up things closest to us, and this will allow us to focus in on what we need to, which for me should be that mage character. Now, the next step on here for you to really punch us up and insert some flair is for you to definitely do more magic effects. So check this out. So one thing that I want to do here is I want to bring a lot more attention and focus to that mage character, because I just get the impression that she is just about to smite the crap out of that big cave troll, right? So, however, though, I don't quite get that as it is right now because there's not enough focus and emphasis. So what do I want to do? I want to bring a lot more lighting onto her because she's got that glowing staff and she's about to cast magic, and I'm not really getting that. It just looks like right now she's got a glowing staff and a floating book, but whenever anybody's casting magic, we want to go ahead and we want to emphasize them. So I'm going to drop the value of everything around her. I'm going to bring a lot more custom brushes onto this. And for those of you that are new to magic effects, it's definitely tricky, and it's something that I'm happy to advise you on. If you'd like to see that on a future video, definitely drop it down below because I'm happy to make it for y'all. So we got one last thing to do, and this is big time about flair, y'all, but if there's an intense battle scene, you can't just have a nice clean environment. You want to insert some debris, so check this out. Now what you want to do here is you want to insert, like, just think about what's going to be in there. We're inside of a cave. There's going to be dust particles, there's air particles, there's going to be, especially because there's fighting and magic happening, there's going to be some flares happening, and there's going to be all these different particle effects. When you introduce this into your artwork, it's really going to level it up, and it's going to make it so much more eye-catching, and you're also going to catch some more dollar bills, if you know what I mean. So check this out, y'all. Here's before, and boom, here's after. Now back to your original concern about what do you need to do and what's your marketing strategy. Here's what it is. You need to post where clients are. Instead of you just putting up that post and hoping that somebody that follows you likes what you want to do enough to want to pay you some handsome sums of money for it, you need to bridge that gap. Go where clients are wanting to spend money, where they're seeking to get this done, and therefore you'll be able to do that. Big power tip right here. If you are just posting your artwork up on your social media and just asking, hey, I'm open for commissions, you are essentially the artistic version of the lemonade stand. You're sitting there on the corner going, you want to buy some art? You want to buy some art? No? Okay. If you follow everything I said, you will easily be able to triple your pricing because, man, you deserve it. Thanks so much, Patezart. Hope you all learned some great tips from this as well as this next artist too. I believe that helping artists is my mission in life, and if you enjoyed this, if you got something good out of this video right now so far, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more content just like this so that more artists just like you can benefit from it. And hey, if you really want to benefit and really take your art to the next level and you're ready for that, let me tell you about my Art Mentorship program. So this is my one-on-one coaching system. It's not a course, it's not a class, it's not generic content. This is me and you working one-on-one to meet your goals, to get into your career, to get the attention of the art directors that you want to get. So what you get out of this is a unique, tailored program that's going to solely focus on what you need to do to bring your art to the next level. So if you want to be my client and you want to learn more about my Art Mentorship program, check out the link down below, fill out that Google form, and I'll reach out to you soon. Now let's move on to the next one. Check this out. All right, our next artist here is Kolka, and definitely make sure that you follow them on their social media. But Kolka is currently only seeking commissions on Discord. So my first reaction to this is, why only Discord? My second reaction is, hey, would you like to see a guide on how to get commissions off of Discord? If so, let me know down below. If I got enough interest, I'm happy to make that for y'all. They've only been seeking commissions for about 2 weeks, so we're really green on that. They've gotten none so far, and their price range is looking at somewhere between $75 and $100. So first off, I'm gonna commend you on respectable initial pricing, because most people are about 1/10 of that when they start out. And when I ask Kolka what's their main problem right now, they tell me that the paintings take too much time to finish, and so their portfolio is growing very slowly. All right, Kolka, I've got loads of advice for people just like you watching this too on how you're gonna catch more eyes and some more dollars. Check this out. All right, so starting off with this lovely artwork, which I believe is Genshin Impact. Can somebody tell me down below? I don't play Genshin, but like I see enough of it to kind of recognize it. So with this one, I really like the character, I like her pose, I think you've got a pretty good start to a background here, but I really want to unlock for you right now, what's the next level of this with some helpful tips. Check this out. So the first thing we want to do is we need to redo your saturation. So to fix this, I'm just going to use a color saturation layer, and at the same time, I'm also going to adjust your value structure because just like as something becomes more muted as it goes further away from the viewer, it should also become lighter in value. This will help to bring focus and emphasis back onto your character. Look at how much more readable this is just at this moment in time. So much better, isn't it? Now, as I really closely examine all the different components of this, my friend, here's a couple things that I want to advise you on. Number one is that I think that you need to branch out and continue to use more custom brushes, because when I just take a look at like that back grass, for example, like that is a standard grass brush. Start to actively seek out different brushes, and or you also might want a photo bash like you can see me doing right here. I'm going to implement a lot more complexity into the scene just by doing some photo bashing and by using some of my own custom brushes that I've acquired. And if you're new to this, my friend, it's cool. Like, you're going to get all of this stuff over time. Don't expect it to come all at once, but I would definitely recommend you check out sites like DeviantArt for some more custom brushes where you're going to be able to get a lot more variety and interest out of it. And now lastly, what I want to do here is I want to punch up your character a little bit, because right now she's very flat, and for somebody that claims that they want to go for more of a semi-realism look, I'm going to say that right now it looks a lot more graphic. There's not a lot of blending, there's not a lot of values in it. So that's my next thing I'm going to punch up right here as just a final step. So Kolka, here's before and boom, here's after. I guarantee you, if you implement everything that we just went through right here, you are going to start to get the clients and build the art business that you want. Now, to your original concern, you're telling me that you are taking too much time to develop your portfolio and you're locking down onto some really important details too early. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Good it's taking you too much time. Good that you're obsessing about all those little things, because my friend, here's what you're building: standards. If you're building artistic standards, as you're going to be building your skills, you are going to be a beast. But here's the thing, it's just going to take you some time, but you need to invest that time. So if you're locked in this, it's okay. Don't worry about it, but you do need to invest the time, because everybody started off like that. I was in the same boat as you 10 years ago when I first learned how to do digital art, and it was painful. I know how it is. Kolka, thank you so much for submitting your artwork, and I hope this helped everybody watching this too. Now, if you love this video, you're gonna love this one right here, where I'm gonna show you loads more tips and tricks that you can do to your fantasy-based artwork so you can fetch more money. So go check it out.